Here at McCody Overhead Doors and Dock Systems, we provide service, sales, installation, and free local estimates for all of your overhead door and dock needs. From residential to commercial, we're there every step of the way.
Good afternoon, Williston. Welcome to today's edition of Stop the Presses. We have a genuinely special guest today. I'm Matt Hickman, managing editor of the Williston Herald, but this man here needs no introduction to anybody who knows Williston. Chuck, I don't even know Chuck's name, no last name. Nobody knows Chuck's last name because he's just Chuck. How you doing, Chuck?
I'm doing fine. We'll keep them guessing.
All right.
For my last name.
There you go. So, you know, a lot of people, for anybody out there who doesn't know who you are or where we are, tell us where we are and how long you've been part of it.
We're in Books on Broadway, and this store was started by my late wife in 1993, and I've been involved in the store since 1999.
Okay. Well, tell us, we got this amazing coffee bar here. What's the history of all this?
Coffee bar, it came from Fortuna. It was in an old ice cream shop up there. And it's a neat fixture. My late wife and I, we bought it in the fall of 1998, and we moved it down here, and we kind of been, we use it for a coffee bar. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's a neat fixture. The booths, we had them made. We modeled them after an old booth in the soda fountain that was resurrected in Kenmare, North Dakota. This piece of marble came from one of the first soda fountains in Williston, the Keith Burnell drugstore. That later became Krause Drug. And then the tin ceiling is out of Webster School. It was when that building was torn down in 1994. We got one of the tin ceilings out of it. And these two lights are out of Central School. I don't know if many people remember that school, but that school is where the Elite Wellness Center is. And it took up half the block. It was the first permanent school in Williston. Built in 1899, was torn down about 1968.
So in '93, when you guys opened this, did you know from the beginning it was going to kind of become this place of living history, almost a museum?
No. It's kind of evolved to that, but my late wife and I, we collected a lot of things, and I like Williston memorabilia, and so we have a lot of that in the coffee bar. And it's quite interesting. It's a good conversation pieces. People like this photo here, it's a bird's eye view of Williston. It's taken with a fisheye lens or bird's eye lens. And that was taken from Old Central School where the Elite Wellness Center is. And people look at that and they try and they can pick out the old Congregational Church and the old library, but then they're trying to orient themselves as to where other buildings are and that sort of thing. So it's really fun.
Yeah, you've got probably the best collection of books in all of Williston. How have you seen the sort of reading culture and people interested in literary things? How has that changed from '93 through the boom and now?
My wife had grown up in Fargo, and we met at NDSU, and when Robin started the bookstore, she was very surprised. Williston was much smaller than Fargo, but she was really surprised with the reading levels of Williston, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it. And through the oil boom now, this oil boom, we're selling, I noticed this about 10 years ago, or 5 years ago. Guys in Halliburton coveralls were coming in and they were buying books. And probably in the previous oil booms, they were maybe high school dropouts and that, but these guys, they all have engineering degrees. And they're readers, and that really kind of surprised me. We're also selling a lot of baby books because the birth rate in Williston has jumped from about 200 a year to almost 900 a year. So we're selling lots of baby books and baby items, things for baby showers, that sort of thing. And then the general reading, that's increased with the Harry Potter mania that was started. Kids started reading again, and we've basically doubled our young adult. No, we've tripled the size of that. So it's changed. It's always changing. It's quite interesting. I don't know what the next change will be, but anyway. Yeah.
Oh, always changing, always interesting, always Williston, always Books on Broadway. I'm Matt Hickman, and this is Chuck.
Yes. I'm still not going to say my last name.
But you stay classy, Williston.